Hey guys, I was looking at a couple of stories that I have and videos that I'm going to put out, and I picked this one. Um, it's a story about when I was in Arizona after I got out of prison after 5 years. Peter Gotti, John was in prison, and Peter Gotti became the boss, and he got my brother-in-law Eddie, and he got Huck to get this guy Fat Sally, and they were supposed to come down, and he was going to give them all kinds of little benefits and whatever, money to come down and kill me in Arizona. They found me, and it just obviously never worked out for them. Later on, this guy, Fats Alley, who was supposed to be the shooter himself, did something with drugs when they went back and took a little break, and he got pinched, cooperated against Peter Gotti and Huck, and they were arrested. I got arrested again in Arizona, that ecstasy case. I wound up getting a lengthy sentence, and I was in prison already a couple of years when they were caught. The defense lawyers, a guy named John Jacobs, and a woman lawyer, and I can't remember her name. Oh, I got it. I think her name was Valerie Amsterdam. Yeah, I'm almost positive. But they got in touch with me. And they asked me to become a witness for the defense in court against the government. And I agreed. So I was in MCC, New York. They would come up on visits to talk to me and to kind of debrief me on, what I would say and so on and so forth. And I would say basically, he's a friend of mine, his family, and we're close and all this stuff. And I don't think he was really there to kill me and so on and so forth. And I don't think he even came down. His female lawyer would come up and we would go in a visiting room. It was a booth. I'm on one side, she's on the other side. There's a glass wall and she's talking to me. And we talked a bunch of times. And as you know, I like to joke a lot. I would joke with her, and I think she got a little interested in me. One day she came up for a visit. All the rooms were taken. The guards asked me, would you be all right if I put you in this cage? It was a cage, no glass walls, no nothing. I would sit in there and talk to her on a bench, real close to her. And there's cameras in there. The guard is only a few feet away. So they're pretty, it's pretty safe for her. And they asked her. And she said, yeah, of course. I'm not worried. So I came in there and I was talking with her about an hour or so. And I think she was taken back by me a little bit. I would flirt with her a little bit. And I wanted to joke with her. And when she was talking and she stopped talking, we were sitting fairly close. And I said, give me a kiss. I was really just joking. And she started leaning in towards me to kiss me. I couldn't believe it. But as she got real close, I pulled back. I didn't want her to get hurt. There's cameras all over the place. And I told her, you can't do this. There's cameras, look up, all over the place. You'll be on the newspapers tomorrow. You'll lose your law license. And you'll never get back into prison again to interview people or do anything. So you can't do that. She said, but you asked me. I know, I asked you. And I tell you the truth, I would like to kiss you. I'm in prison now a couple of years, but I'll destroy your life with this kiss. your career, everything. She pulled back, smiled. I appreciate what you did. I'm so happy with it. You are really a good man. The government came to talk to me and said, the guy came down to kill you. Why are you testifying for the defense for him, to help him get out of trouble? I said, bro, that's the way it is. The life is like that. I'm not mad about somebody who came down. I'm not mad. It's probably told. And I'm not mad about it. So prosecutors and the government, FBI, everybody came down to sit down and talk to me about it. And they said, okay, as long as you're telling the truth, well, I'm just going to say that he's a family friend. He knows my family. I know his family. I don't think so. And that's the truth. We don't have a problem with that, Sammy. If you're going to be a defense witness, that's okay. We don't have a problem. But we want to ask you one question ourselves. We want to see how you're going to answer it. I said, okay, what's the question? If I ask you, when you were going to work or coming from work and you spotted Huck 30, 40, 50 feet away, walking towards you, what would you do? Back then, before I got arrested the first time out, I was very concerned about my safety, so I always carried a gun. And they knew that now. Of course, when I got arrested, I had 4 guns stashed in my house and apartment. So I said, well, I had a gun, I would have killed him. Why would you kill him? He don't belong there. In my mind, there's only one reason he's there. And I would kill him. That's the only question we're going to ask you. If that's your answer, deal with the defense. We're fine with it. Good. So we went on trial. Well, he went on trial. And I was called with the defense, and there's that female lawyer there again, and you know, she's trying to straighten me up to look good, and she's talking to me about the case. And there's a lot of newspaper articles and all kinds of things that came out about this. And I took the stand. And I did just that. I saw his wife and his sister-in-law sitting in the court. I literally pointed to them. I said, I don't think he would do this. I said, he's got a beautiful, good wife, family. He knows my wife, my family. I don't know if he did this. I don't know who's saying he did it, but in my heart, I don't think he would do this. The defense was real happy with my testimony, and then the government cross-examined me. And they asked me that question. I answered the same exact way that I told them I would answer. And that was the truth. I knew one thing, whether I'm talking for the government or for the defense, if I stuck to the truth, more than likely I would be safe. I left that, and I was taken back to my prison cell. And eventually I found out that he was found guilty. Now, conspiracy to murder, especially a federal witness or a federal officer or anything like that, the punishment is very, very severe. Now, he would have got more than likely life, if anything less, maybe 25 years. I understand that while the sentencing part took place, the judge, I don't know if it was on the record or off the record, said there's room for speculation. Gravano himself doesn't actually believe that he was guilty of this. I understand he said that he would kill him if he saw him, but he never saw him. So maybe this is made up by the witness, this guy, Fat Sally, the guy who was supposed to shoot me. He cooperated against him. So he didn't get life. He didn't get 25 years. I believe he got 10 years. I could be wrong, but I believe from what I heard, I'm in prison, so I'm hearing stuff. Maybe I'm wrong. But I heard he got 10 years because of what I did. I said, good. He's going to do some time, go back with his family. It's cool. Sometime later, he got arrested again. This was in the Eastern District where he got the 10 years. In the Southern District, the Manhattan part, he got indicted again. There was some actual murders that he was involved with. And again, I don't know who was testifying against him, and they added my conspiracy to murder again in a different way, and I guess it was legal because I think that it's double jeopardy, but I'm not a lawyer. He got discharged again. In that case, he was found guilty. I didn't testify, and I wasn't there to say anything for him or against him. And he got 52 years. He was in his, I guess, I'm trying to remember now, probably in his 50s somewhere, I don't remember exactly, but 52 years or a sentence like that in the feds, 99.9% he'll die in prison. Unless he lives to 100 and something. So I thought you guys would be interested in that story. I know I talked with a lawyer not too long ago about something different, and he brought up this guy, his lawyer, John Jacobs, was the male lawyer. And when he was asking me some questions about John Jacobs, and this was a lawyer, they were friends, it wasn't anything criminal. I brought his story up. I says, I don't know, I met him and he was representing Huck, and there was a female lawyer, and he said, yeah, I know, and he popped the name right up. He said, Sammy, that conversation, she walked out of the room. She was so mad at him. She had an argument with him. I don't know if you know the whole story. Why, what did she say? When Huck came down, he told her, he knew she was taken back by you. And he told her, don't fall in love with this fucking bum. She looked at him and said, he's a bum? No, you're a fucking bum. He's taking a stand, risking to get in trouble with the government again. Not that he's lying, but they're not happy about him testifying for the... And you try to kill him, and he knows it. And he's testifying for you. No, you're a fucking bum. And she walked out. John Jacobs went and grabbed her with this other guy. He was around that area in that time. And he said that she wanted to quit. She didn't even want to represent him anymore. I said, wow. So you heard that? Yeah, listen, there's a bunch of lawyers who knew what happened in this thing. Great, great, great. Where is she? Why do you want to know? Maybe I could get that kiss now. He said, you fucking nut, you ain't getting nothing. So I thought I'd tell you this story. I thought it would be a little fascinating. If you like this story, press like, subscribe. It's important. Go to Patreon. You'll hear these stories without commercials or any kind of breaks or anything in it. I know I'm getting word from a lot of my family in the Patreon area. They're loving it. We're taking a break on our podcast right now. So we're going to put more and more. Be patient, whether you're on Patreon or YouTube, be patient. A lot of big stuff is going on, and I'm not going to disappear. You're going to hear a lot more from me. So you guys, I love you guys. The texts, the messages I'm getting are stunning. I mean, it really, really turns me on. Uh-oh, is that a bad word to say? So anyway, adios, motherfuckers.